Hello, my name is Father John Malcolm, and this is your introduction to church history for the certificate course HIS555C. This course will cover church history beginning the Apostolic Age and coming through to the modern day. There will be two textbooks that will be required for this course. The first one is the Ecumenical Synods of the Orthodox Church by Proto-Presbyter James Thornton. This is a very nice text. It's a nice summary of any of the ecumenical councils that the church had throughout the centuries, as well as some local councils and things of that nature. Very useful tool to have. The second book that's going to be required for this course is A History of the Christian Church by Williston Walker. Originally, this text was done in 1918. It has since had a few revisions. The latest revision was in 1985. This was the textbook that was in use when I began teaching at Jordanville for the English-speaking students, and I found it to be very, very useful. It provides an immense amount of information, but one of the best things that I find in it is that there is a bibliographical suggestions page section that starts on page 711, which, as you can see there, it breaks down different works based on their selected topics. For instance, you have general works in church history with surveys. You can find books that focus on the years 1 to 600, special movements, the Middle Ages, Reformation period, etc. But it provides an extensive list of books that will be very useful for you if you ever decide to pursue the study of history further. As far as the way that the course itself is set up, mainly this course is going to focus on different sections in church history. We're basically taking a course that was originally taught over 4 semesters at Jordanville and compressing it into 1 semester of independent study. This can be challenging, and there are certain things that are not going to be covered. There are certain things that are going to be covered. The topics that were chosen are laid out in the syllabus for you, and there's also a suggested reading plan. Now, this isn't absolutely required, but the discussion questions that are located under the Discussions tab in the Populi page, as well as the test itself, are going to be based on the readings. So it's strongly suggested that you do the readings. It will be in your best interest in order to complete this course successfully. The major part of this course is going to be the discussions. In total, they are going to be worth 500 points, 50 points for each discussion, and there is a total of 12. So that means that there's an opportunity for some extra credit. I would suggest doing the discussions as we go through the readings, as opposed to trying to suddenly wait and do them at the end. When you click on the Discussions tab, one thing that you'll notice is that the discussion relating to the readings that you're doing will be at the bottom of the page and work its way up. That's just the way that Populi populates the discussion questions. So just take that into account. Another thing that's going to obviously be worth points is going to be your final exam and your paper. Those are each worth 250 points each. A little bit about the paper. The paper, it will consist of 2,000 words, and I expect you to use MLA format with at least 3 hard copy sources. Internet sources do not count toward these 3 sources. Students will use Times New Roman font and will submit their papers electronically to me the day of the final exam. Failure to submit the papers on the day it will be due will result in 0 points being awarded to the student unless arrangements are made prior. The paper will be written about a figure in history that you find interesting. If you need suggestions, please contact me. I personally would suggest that you find someone that you don't know a lot about. You're only going to get out of this course what you put into it. If you don't want to work very hard and you want to just try and coast by, that's fine. But you owe it to yourself, if you end up becoming clergy, you owe it to your future parishioners to take some time and work on this. History is extremely, extremely important, and I have a great amount of love for the subject. The last thing the final thing that I wanted to mention very briefly will be the final exam. The final exam will be given during finals week and will be comprehensive. Midway through the semester, I'm going to send you review questions. If you have any questions about these, about the exam itself, please feel free to contact me about this, and I will do my best I can to answer your questions. Please feel free to contact me if you have any issues or concerns. I will be contacting you at the beginning of the semester to make sure that you have all the information you need. And I look forward to working with all of you. God bless you, and have a blessed semester.